Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, it's going to be a match between Soulkey and Sunshine here on Andromeda. Top right-hand corner, it is the yellow Zerg player, Soulkey. And in the bottom left, it is a Teal Terran player named Sunshine, playing under Chitter_GM. I'm not entirely sure who this is. Searches for Sunshine. Apparently, that is a Smurf name for Draco, a Protoss player from Europe. So I don't know what's going on here. It's just labeled Sunshine versus Soulkey from a replay pack that I got off of TeamLiquid.net's forums. So it's been a while since I've cast a ZVT. Last week was entirely ZVP for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what went on there. Maybe my subconscious was like, ZVP is your favorite matchup. Let's just do a week of ZVP and see if anybody notices. Anyway, JLC noticed and let me know in the Discord. So this is a ZVT for you, JLC. He wants me to cast a TVT that is epic, and I don't know. We'll see if we can find one. So Andromeda is a map. Alright, so here it is in all of its glory. It's a free Ursidon if you want to take the middle expansion here. There are island expansions at the north and the south. And it's a 4-player map. And you have your very own, very handy expansion inside of your main base, mineral only. But if you want that gas, go ahead and throw down a 12-hatch first. Here, Soulkey. Walling off here is Sunshine. Kind of feel like this is a Zerg favored map. Just look at all the open space here. Man, I've cast a couple games on this map, most notably featuring Jaedong. I believe it was Jaedong versus... Oh, who was it? Who was his opponent? I believe it was a Terran in that game. Or the couple games that I cast with him. But Jaedong, you know, seemed to appreciate the space. So I feel like we'll probably see the same thing here out of Soulkey, who again is one of the legends of Brood War for sure. Love this guy. Just cast a game with him last week. If you missed that one, Soulkey versus Mini... Got an epic tag for a reason. It's a 45-minute ZVP on Polypoid. It's a newer replay, obviously, because Polypoid's a newer map. This is an older one, I believe, maybe from patch 1.16, something around there. But anywho, anything crazy? No, not really. The 12 hatch just means we're not going to be aggressive at all. There's no reason to get a ton of gas fast if you're Soulkey. On the other side, you don't really want to go command center first against a Zerg player as good as Soulkey is, because those links can show up. So finish your wall. And especially if you haven't scouted him yet, because the SCV has not scouted yet, then go ahead and toss down the command center here. So everybody going just fine here. About 320 APM out of Chitter. He seems to know what he's doing. Do we want to call him Chitter or Sunshine? I don't think either of those names are super applicable. But I guess I really just want to say we're going to trust the replay name. Whoever named this named it Soulkey versus Sunshine. So I think they generally had an idea of what they were doing, but I have seen so many replays that are mislabeled as well that I know for sure are mislabeled. So do I trust it? Maybe I shouldn't. Regardless, we're going to call him Sunshine. If somebody has a correction, they're like, ah, yes, this Chitter player, it's actually blah, 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 insert Korean player here, then I'll update the title. But otherwise, we're going to call him Sunshine for the game. Third hatch. Coming in here at that safe mineral-only location. This is so nice. So nice. For Zergs too, not having to worry about defending their third base at all. You just gotta defend your natural and you're cool. Unless there's drops or, you know, siege tanks set up down here and high ground vision is given and suddenly you're in trouble. That is a problem. That is a problem with this place, is that low ground siege tanks can really ruin your day. Now, as we've always said, Terran have some options here. Terran can open bio and continue making bio all the live long day. Main art transfer and, you know, adding some science vessels to the mix and then everything is cool. Which, you Terran fans do not like it when Terrans try that. But they'll win. They'll win from time to time. On the other side, you can go for bio into mech at some point. Or you can just start out mech as well. Just start tossing down multiple factories. This is, I feel like that's what we're doing here. Although, again, you can just mix and match. It's really, really kind of a fun matchup from the Terran perspective, just because you have so many options available to you of what you want to do here. You can open with some vultures and spider mines and then go into a ton of barracks with a ton of bio. You can open, again, multiple factories, start making tanks and vultures immediately. What's the play here? Why are there 4 SCVs over here? Well, I guess because we're building 2 starports. is this 2-port Wraith opening out of Sunshine? Dude, these SCVs need to get to work. They're killing. Is this 3-port? Okay. All right. 3-port, 2-base gas opening here. Out of this here Sunshine fellow. Dude, please just kill this generator. You've been firing in the background for so much time. Doing like 5 points of damage per hit. Thank goodness. All right, we did that. Wonderful. Meanwhile, on the other side, Soulkey's got a lair. Soulkey is working on a spire. Soulkey is doing Zergy things in ZVTs, which is opening up Mutalisks, which honestly could be pretty good. Yeah, this is Wraith. This is 100,000,000%. 3-port Wraith on the opening. Have not seen this. Haven't seen this on the channel in some time. We'll see how Soulkey handles it. He did get some kind of an indication, because he's got a creep tumor there in his natural base, in a position to defend against Wraiths. I don't see how he possibly got that information, unless this Overlord just barely snuck in, caught a glimpse of maybe 2 starports, and said, okay, that's enough. It's going to be Wraiths. I've died to this on ladder, you guys. I've 100% died to this on ladder. I thought I had enough Hydras. I did not. And everything died. It was pretty horrendous. It's a bad feel, man, when somebody that much better than you shows up with a ton of Wraiths and just destroys you. That's Brood War ladder in a nutshell, though. Feels like if you're not at a certain level of play, you're just going to get rolled over and over and over until you quit. And that just means the only people that stick around are the great players. So there is just what I feel like there is no lobby level of StarCraft, period. Even if you're in rank F or rank E, there's going to be people who are just going to kill you, whether they're Smurfs or not. And kill you easily, which is so discouraging. Anyway, let's see. He's got creep colonies in position. This one doesn't have one, really. Actually, this is something I should know, but I don't feel like I do. Do Mutalisks trade well cost for cost versus Wraiths? I want to say they do, just because the Wraiths are made out of tissue paper, and anything that can kill them fast. So, I mean, if they're cloaked, obviously, that's another thing, but just Mutalisk versus Mutalisk, cost for cost. Mineral for mineral, gas for gas. I want to say the Mutas do just fine, thanks for asking. Where are we hiding these Wraiths? Guys? I don't know where they are. Are they, like, attacking stuff? No? Alright, well, the Mutas are here. And, they came from the south. Well, at this point, apparently... Oh, that's a lot of Wraiths. Okay, fair enough. If you show up with 5 Mutalisks, and there are 9 Wraiths, you are gonna have a bad time. Holy crap. Dude, did we get a mass Scout play last week, and now we get a mass Wraith play featuring Soulkey? This is just incredible stuff, man. This is good. This is some good StarCraft. Alright, so this is where you start making your spores. And your Overlords start getting killed. And your Wraiths can't really, or your Mutas can't super engage here, unfortunately. Through the supply block. A supply block is hit! Supply block is hit. The Wraiths are going to town on these drones. Look at this control. Look at this stacking. Dude, this is such a turn of events here. Sunshine is like, haha, don't like it when a big stack of flying stuff that can attack air and ground shows up. In your face, do ya? Haha. Evil Zerg player who's done this to me a million times. It feels good to get revenge. So these, I don't know what these Mutas think they're going to do. They might actually, well, you know what? Getting an SCV is not bad. Getting a Marine is not bad. I mean, you're not getting the tanks, obviously, because there's more Wraiths. Cloak coming in. Double pumping Wraiths right now. Okay, single pumping Wraiths, technically. Making a dropship. Right now, 4th base is up from Soulkey. Is down 35 to 40 workers. 76 to 50 total supply. Think about this is, you need to do a lot of economic damage with it, because eventually the Zerg player is going to have enough to easily handle this, especially if they're on offense. So you need to really slow down the Zerg player and make it so their follow-up counterattack is not as strong as they want it to be. See, we're pumping Hydras now. This is where it gets a little bit scary. 3rd base, 4th base is here, but that's not a spore yet. That, Sunshine, he's not recognizing that. Oh man, did he just assume? Oh, the Wraiths all cloak up. The Hydras must flee. Oh, this is incredible. This is just incredible. Oh, then he sets up tanks on this high ground. And he's got... this is awesome. This is a clinic out of this Sunshine player. I don't know who they are, but the tank dropship follow-up is beautiful. This drops the gas count from 2 to 1. For Soulkey, 1 gassing Zerg is not good. He has access to another geyser down here at his 4th, but he hasn't taken it yet. And he can't get through these power generators to take down those tanks without taking tank shots. Because look at the positioning here on these tanks. This is super good. This is super good. Dude, that's 1 Overlord providing detection. I think you can probably one-shot it. 11 Wraiths that you are. Look at this. 3rd base happily rolling for Sunshine. Supply blocking the Zerg player. There's a Ragnarsar up here waddling around observing the problems. Okay, so now... the Wraiths are in trouble, the tanks are in trouble, the Hydras are the answer to all of that. If it's only a couple Wraiths, you're going to be fine. So that shuts it down. The Wraiths show up and go to... There's enough of them to take down a Spore. That's horrible. That is horrible news for Soulkey all of a sudden. There's another Spore here. The Wraiths are going to get out of here. Cloaked. Firing, taking hits. Run! 1 or 2 of them die. 3 of them die. Okay, the Wraiths are all in a lot of trouble now. We might just be done with Wraiths at this point. Lurker aspect coming in from Soulkey. He's got a Hive coming in at 12 minutes. He really, honestly, has not been slowed down all that much. I mean, losing the Extractor was big, but he replaced it. He killed the tanks. He killed most of the Wraiths, which... yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem if you are Sunshine. So the question is, what do you have to counter this Hydralisk counter? Yeah, oh gosh, there's even Lurkers here too. 5 Lurkers coming up. Soulkey... did actually float a command center over here. Or maybe just drop-shipped over here and built a command center on site. Regardless, either way... there is a 4th base here from Sunshine. So whoever you are, Sunshine... I like it. I like it. I like the 3-port Wraith opening. I don't know that it paid for itself, especially considering all the Wraiths except for like 3 or 4 died. There are, in fact, 4. How many kills do you have? 2 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, 1 kill. I don't know. Did some good stuff. Meanwhile, Zerg player on the warpath. He out for revenge. Has a Defiler Mound coming up back home. Because, of course, Soulkey's not going to skip Defiler Mound. Soulkey's... man, if you didn't watch that Mini versus Soulkey game last week, Soulkey's like Dark Swarms and Plagues are godlike. They are some of the best you're ever going to see. So if you're a Zerg player and didn't watch that one, check it out. Both players watch it too. Mini played exceptionally well. I'm not going to tell you who won it. I'm just saying both players played... it's got an epic tag for a reason. It's an excellent game. See? Now turnabout is fair play. We're going to Lurker to the high ground. Ooh. That's actually brutal on these SCVs. Ow, ow, ow. Down to 49 SCVs. That's a 5-kill Lurker, friends. That one's got 3, so that's at least 8. That's at least 8 SCVs down. Awesome stuff. 5th base coming up down to the south here from Soulkey. It's a weird base for expansioning, but I guess this is the bottom right-hand expansion, so sure. It's fine. It's fine for the Zerg player to take it. It's a little bit harder for him to get up here unless he researches... obviously researches transport, Overlord transport there. Pneumatize Carapace, and what's the other one? Oh, freaking, what? Sure, okay. The Goliath drop, you know, as you do against Zerg. It's that Advocat versus Jadong game that we saw once upon a time. These feel like Dropper Lords to me. We probably got the Dropper Lord upgrade then, would be my guess. I didn't see in the production tab, but that doesn't mean anything. Consume coming in. That consume's actually a little bit late. The Defiler Mound, I feel like, has been done for some time. Attention was elsewhere for Soulkey, it seems. So we're meching. Obviously, the Goliath told us everything. Oh, gee, it's a lot of siege tanks. This is a lot of siege tanks, man. But that's a lot of Hydras, too. Lurkers burrowing in. Getting some nice spines off. There might just be enough tank here to defend this. Soulkey thought he had it, but he was wrong. He's going to retreat with his one remaining Hydralisk after that engagement. The Overlord's kind of trying to... I don't know if they're there to distract. It's a fake out. It's a feint. But left side base here from our Terran player, Sunshine, is coming up. He is really nice on the macro. This is a 5th base from him, where the 5th base is just now done from Soulkey. He's getting 6th base in the bottom right. Vulture trying to harass, but too many Hydras on the field. Thank you very much. So yeah, we just went into mech from there. It's going to be Hydra Lurker here from Soulkey for the time being. We're going to start seeing some Defiler play here at 15 minutes, which is exactly what you want to see if you're a Zerg player, because if you don't have Defiler play, you're just going to die to mech. It's hard enough to defeat mech even if you're using Defiler as well, but man, if you don't have Dark Swarm, if you don't have Plague, you're just going to get rolled. I mean, there are players, there's Larva who has been able to handle meching Terrans just by throwing waves and waves and waves after them. Well, not after them, but at them, right? Waves and waves of mostly Lings, Hydras, and Ultras at them, and just keeping that tank count low through that method of just sacrificing tons of units to make sure maybe 2 or 3 tanks die early, and then we don't have the giant tank count. It's very similar to how the Protoss handles this too. But Plague's on the way. Irradiate coming in out of Sunshine. These Vultures are up to no good. Start making trouble in Soulkey's neighborhood. And I guess try to get behind this mineral line. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Also, Hydra drop at the 6 o'clock. There's nothing here except for some cloaked wraiths, which are actually not bad when it comes to maybe keeping some of this stuff alive. But I think all the SCVs are dead. So the Hydras are 2-2, which is just brutal. The Wraiths have no upgrades at all. Wraiths back, these Vultures are doing a great job, honestly, back here. Like a really, really great job back there. Okay. Look how many shots it takes to kill a 2 armor Hydra. That's sick. Alright, still 62 workers for the Terran player. That drop was brutal, but it was able to kill a ton of drones over here, so it's only 53 drones for Soulkey. Spider Mines and Vultures doing stuff. This player has to be somebody. Has to be somebody that we know. It cannot be this completely unknown Terran player that I've never heard of before, right? It could be, but I find it unlikely that an unknown Terran player would be taking Soulkey to the 20-minute mark right now. I mean, I really don't see Soulkey in a position to win this game. I don't see necessarily Sunshine to be ready to win it right now either. But economically, we're doing fantastic. Doing so good. Nidus Swarm coming in, usually just for reinforcing purposes, to reinforce to this bottom right, which again is pretty well exposed, which is why we have some Hydras here to defend. But it's just going to be Hydra, man. We're just pumping Hydras, making drones, getting Metasynaptic Node for those Defilers, which there we go. Here's our Defiler guy with his little skull face. I've always thought, especially in Remastered, it looks like they have a skull for a head, which is a weird design choice for a Zerg, but I mean, I guess Hydras kind of have a big scully carapace thing in the front of their heads too. Unless that's flesh. You think that's just... Ooh, look at him. Look at him posing for us. Do it again, Hydralisk. No? That's fine. Vultures! Right side base. Pretty vulnerable for Soulkey, turns out. This is a site of many, many dead drones, man. Also, maybe a dead extractor. Who knows? Although, again, these Hydras are 3-2. Extremely scary. The Vultures are 2-1, which is nice. Lurker, and on the left side, Lurker drop, rather, taking out a few SCVs. It's still 68-62 here for Sunshine. Yeah, so I guess, I didn't think this would be relevant, but the folder I got this from was part of a larger replay pack, and one of the subfolders was called Gosu. And I was like, hey, my Gosu replay pack that Lazaro sent me. And I was like, well, I don't know if I can trust that. This is just, again, in a random replay pack of stuff that I found on Team Liquid. But holy crap, this has been a pretty good game. I don't know that the label has been wrong so far with this one, but we are just meching. At 2-1, working on 3-2. Sunshine. And we're on the move here. Whether it's just to take the top left, and it feels like it is. Ah, that drone wanted to take top left. No. Absolutely not allowed. You don't get the top left. This is Sunshine's base. Which is actually a big deal, to be honest with you. Ah. Another Hydra drop attempt, but the Wraiths are ready for it this time. Oh, but if you kill this Overlord, though, or you could just all die, that's fine. We're worried about this, which is happening at the moment. Defensive Matrix on a couple of these tanks dying immediately, though. Dude, this Darkstorm Hydra progression is pretty fantastic. Out of Sunshine, man. Enough? Rather, out of Soulkey. But the tank positioning here by Sunshine is pretty fantastic. Is it enough is the question. It's held the Terran player at bay. So far, so good. This whole right side of the map does belong to Soulkey, though the whole left side plus this southern base. Oh man, that's all you need. That's all you need. 3-3 Hydras, just 5 of them need to show up. And the southern base is in a lot of trouble. Vulture's going after the left side base, but guess what? The Lings are here. They don't have adrenal glands? Maybe they do. Anabolic synthesis on the way for the Ultralisks, which do exist at the moment. Hello, Ultras. I'm liking this. An Ultra Hydra Ling, kind of a setup with some Lurker support. Obviously, Defilers in the mix, because you can't skip those. Defiler gets sniped by the tanks, though, which is problematic. These are +3 tanks. These do not mess around at all. The southern base is just toast. Again, just getting 5 3-3 Hydras down there was enough. Plague-oo! All over the SCVs. Scourge trying to hit him. No. Supporting Goliath say no. No. Get out of here. Lings do show up at the top left-hand base that Sunshine tried to take, and all bad things happen. This is tight, man. It's 198 for Soulkey, 168 for Sunshine. Oh, this Darkstorm placement is pretty fantastic, but the split out the other way here is also not bad. Alright, so the Lings that were harassing this top left-hand base for Sunshine have been removed. 12 o'clock base getting taken. The Dropper Lord did show up and drop a drone there, so that's nice. Spider-Mine's getting cleared out by the Hydralisks with 3-3 and range and an Overlord supporting. Very nicely done. They're better at it than Dragoons are, that's for sure. They just have better bursty damage, which is what you want against Spider-Mines. You want to hit them fast for a lot. Alright, so the problem here for Sunshine is this is his one newest source of income, which is why he's transferring his SAVs down there. Or up there, rather. I'd love for him to take this top left. I don't see a reason not to, unless you're just worried about drops. But again, if you just want to see Zerg players win in a ZVT, drops are a humongous deal. This is a lot of Ultras, though, man. They've got their 6 armor. They have 2 attack. They're working on +3 just now. And here come the Irradiates against the Ultras. And you know what? You might as well just go once that happens. But nah, too many siege tanks. Too much sound of siege tanks happening. Ah, the Hydras found this base. Soulkey. Looks like Soulkey might be able to pull this out, man. It's 200 supply for Soulkey. He's got a decent bank. Sunshine's at 166 supply. More SCVs are dying. Only down 53. 52 SCVs. All these Hydras are dead. The question is, can they kill the command center before they die? The answer is probably not. Because again, these are 3 attack Goliaths here to kill you. But while you're away, Soulkey says, we're just going to head down with all of our Ultras and just smash face into a fairly, you know, not well defended main base, it turns out. Here from Sunshine. So yeah, this is honestly feeling at this point like it was a really fantastically well-executed 3-port Wraith opening out of Sunshine, but Soulkey just not interested. Like, not interested in letting that kill him. He's doing alright. Although, this is a lot of dead Zerg. They didn't actually get many of these SCVs or really get into the main base either. Killed by vultures. How embarrassing. So, I don't know. This could turn into something interesting. Oh, Lings got into the 9 o'clock, though. Oh, Soulkey, just being everywhere. That is how Zergs win games. It's just by being everywhere, man. Although, I'm going to give us another although. If Sunshine can take down this bottom right, just completely wipe it out, he's going to be in a pretty good position to win this game. It's a really nice Dark Swarm. The tank count is not quite as heavy as it needs to be necessarily to win this thing. And he's getting surrounded, which is bad. And the Ultralisks are on top. The Science Vessels are getting sniped by Scourge. And yeah, the attempt to get down here did not work out for him at all. Just too much surrounding. Like, Soulkey doing all the right things here. Drops, surrounds, Dark Swarms, plagues, being in multiple places at once, using your Lings and your Ultralisks with the speed that they have to take stuff down. That did not go so well for him. It was not a good example, but still. Yeah, no, this is it. Their Sunshine cannot win this game. It is up 140, 151 to 121, yes. But look at this. Happy mining base, somewhat happy mining base, somewhat happy mining base. And there's just not anything of the sort here from Sunshine. He lost his 6 o'clock. He didn't replace it. He has lost his 9 o'clock. He hasn't replaced it. He has this base up here. These SCVs are not even working right now. So it does make me wonder if Sunshine is actually some kind of professional Korean, because it doesn't really seem like it. Not with these SCVs hanging out at the moment. Some long distance mining is happening on these SCVs, but yeah, he actually, did he just cancel that? Sure seems like it. We're getting +1 flyer attack here from Soulkey. Got a bunch of Lings, got a bunch of Vultures running around, got some Lurkers in the middle of the map. He just has so much bank, it doesn't really matter at the moment. He's not remaxing, and I think that's more of just of a sense that he doesn't feel like he needs to. Right now, he's just sending Ultras up to make sure that nothing's happening up here, and nothing's happening up here at all. Chitter's only got 500 minerals in the bank. He's producing tanks. He's producing siege tanks as fast as he can. Soulkey just, making a couple of Lings at a time here. And then pulling back once he recognizes what is going on. But yeah, I don't see there's a path here for Sunshine to win this game. I think he recognizes that. Lurkers just setting up in the middle of the map, just trying to kill whatever he can. And look at just the happy mining. Happy mining bases. Making 4 Vultures at a time here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's your GG. Soulkey is just sitting back, APM around 200, which is casual for him. No big deal. He's got Lurkers set up in case somebody tries to come over here. He recognizes this space is not happening. This space is not happening because of the Overlords, and I think that's your GG. I like sending drones up this way. And that's it. He's alright. The disrespect. Honestly, sending drones over to attack me, Soulkey just kind of took control of that game. Real all sudden like, didn't he? He wiped out this base. That was humongous. Took out this base. That was really big too. And then just hung on to his. Really didn't lose any. Took this one for all of the gas you could ever want and took it down. So again, really nice Wraith opener. I'm very impressed by that here out of Sunshine, but he couldn't quite get that mech army up to where he needs it to be to win. It's rough. It can be rough with your mech if you don't have the number of tanks that you need to handle this. Like 12, not really. You need 20, you need 30, maybe even 40 siege tanks, depending on how much ground stuff your opponent has. And then when you show up, you can lose 10, 20% of that and still be fine. Whereas if you have 12 and you lose 20% of that, suddenly you're down to not a very good number. Dark Swarm is way more effective. The 3/3 Hiders and the Lings and the Ultras are way more effective. And Soulkey was just able to clean that up, and that was the last hurrah from Sunshine. So, fantastic game from the Terran player. Not enough. Soulkey gets the win. End of the day, 209,000 points for Sunshine, 232 for Soulkey. Ended up, producing a good number of units for a Terran player, honestly. A lot of vultures. Obviously, the race were produced very quickly at the beginning. Killing a lot of Zerg units, which you want to do, but just not to a ratio that was satisfactory enough to win the game. And also, no bases died. I think that's your biggest problem if you're trying to beat a Zerg of Soulkey's caliber. If there are just no bases that are dead, you can't really win. I don't think. You need to start getting them bases with those tank pushes, and just couldn't quite pull it off. And yeah, just completely killed economically here too as a result. So good job by Soulkey. The Wraith opening fun from there. A little disappointing out of Sunshine, but maybe that's why we don't know his name, right? It's entirely possible. That said, the race were excellent to start. I think this will be a still fun game to watch. And that's about it. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.